All right, welcome everyone. We're back here. We're playing Blazing Chrome today. This is one of my favorite games from 2018. This is one of my favorite games from 2019. That's when it was released. It was released around July 2019. This was, I believe, the game into which I put the most amount of hours all last year. According to my Nintendo Switch hour counter, I put over 30 hours into this game. That's how much I like it. If you've been following the channel, not that I've put up a lot of content, but I have played Contra before, and I think I've talked about how much I like running gun type games. So, and this is one of them. So, and I love it. So, and I have my friend with me. You want to say something, dog?
Yeah, I actually didn't know Blazing Chrome was published last year. I
Yeah,
thought it
dog.
was like one of those OG games like Contra and Metal Slug. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
thought,
it's
and then
definitely
I
it
look it up.
definitely it definitely looks like one for sure.
I was like, wait a second, it just released last year.
Yeah,
And I think I read like the interview by the designer, and he just like, yes, he was a big fan of the two games, Contra and Metal Slug, and he tried to combine both of them.
right, right.
And here it is. And
He's
like on the
a
first glimpse,
they're Brazilian
it,
developers.
it
Just a fun fact, they're from Brazil, which I think is really cool.
and like on the first glimpse, it really gave me this vibe of I don't know if you heard of the series Appleseed.
No, dude, I don't think I'm
No,
familiar.
so Appleseed is a series, is a manga, no anime. I'm not sure, but like it's created by the same creator of Ghost in the Shell,
Ah,
and so he
okay,
create the series Appleseed. I think like 4 or 5 before the Ghost in the Shell.
right.
And right, it's just the female protagonist and her husband is like this giant robot figure. So it's like it's pretty much like this.
Yeah.
And so I think in the sense is he's paying homage to that series.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, what can you tell me about this game?
Well, I can tell you that right from the start, you have already something that's, when it comes to older running gun type games, you don't really have a stage select like you do here. You do in some. I recently started playing, I forget, Gunstar Heroes on the Sega Genesis, which I'd never played before, and I love. That is one of the games that allows you to select your stage right from the beginning. But that is really like, out of all the ones that I've played, that is really the only one that comes to mind that did that way back in the 90s, right? Like Contra 3, you follow a set order of stages, also in Contra Hardcore as well. So this is already, I guess, like a fun little detail, and we can get started, man. I'm just gonna do this.
I see, see
You see at the top
I
it says
see the
mission one,
different
mission two,
mission.
and whatever. So I'm just gonna do it in that order.
Yeah, but different mission have different difficulty. So is there like incentive for player to, let's say, start with mission 4 and
Not
get
really, because
destroyed?
I don't. Not maybe like if you want to get the hardest one out of the way first. I don't really think. I guess it's true. They're all kind of. Maybe that, right? Maybe like if you want to get the hardest mission out of the way first,
Do
you want
you
to start
feel
with
in
mission four.
particular that each level is getting more difficult
I think
significantly?
so. I think so.
Got it.
I
Okay.
actually think mission one through three are pretty standard. Mission four definitely picks it up, and mission five and six, which come up later, those are definitely a lot harder too.
Let's jump right into mission 1 then.
Sounds fucking good, dog. All right, here we are. I'm playing as Doyle. He's the robot. The other character is Mavra, I believe her name is. So yeah, this I played a lot of this shit all last year. Yeah, it's an arcade game, right? You can kind of beat it like in one sitting, so it's just fun to just like run through it. You get these power ups at the beginning.
Right?
So you can see right here so far we have these enemies that run towards you, like these guys, and then you have the enemies that just shoot at you from wherever they are. These will mostly like stay put in certain positions, and then these guys they'll just run towards you wherever you are. And I
Yeah.
think every enemy takes about just about 2 hits to
Gotcha.
like kill
To
them. Yeah,
kill.
right, right. You see right that he has like a little bit of a knockback, and then you have to shoot him again. I actually have a weird story about this game. Uh, it came out the weekend before I was supposed to go on a work trip to Guatemala, and
Yeah.
I had just started working for where I'm working now. I'm not gonna say the name, but you know what I mean. I very very recently, and so the kind of work that I do entails working from home. Shit, I don't know what
Yeah.
happened there. Okay, the kind of work that I do entails working from home. So I hadn't had a lot of experience just working. You know what I mean? Because I don't get to like talk to a lot of my colleagues every day or anything. So
Right.
I got really scared to go on my trip, and I just fucking didn't, man. I got into like weirdly panicky, right? Like weirdly
Right.
weirdly panicky, and I just turned off my cell phone for like the entire weekend basically, and I just didn't fucking go. And I know that's not like the most responsible thing to do, but I don't know. I just felt like garbage, really. And
Was
what
there
I
any
what I did doesn't.
consequences?
Not really. Well, I mean, yeah, like my bosses talked to me and everything, and like we talked about how to move forward, right, and everything. But like they gave me a second chance because they like understood that the issue that I had was not being able to. So every stage kind of has like a little, a couple of mini
boss,
bosses,
right?
So yeah, they understood that the fact that I wasn't ready to do this shit on my own was that I hadn't had the chance to work with people who had done the job that I do here.
Right.
So I was just
They
scared.
straight up just put you on the spot.
Yeah, exactly. So they understood that, and like they immediately like set up one of my colleagues from Guatemala. They had them travel here so that I can see them working and stuff. And that was
Like, you got a
everything got a lot better after
exosuit
that.
here.
Yeah,
Nice.
everything got a lot better after that, but that was definitely weird. And I guess the point of that story was that all I did that weekend was stay in my room and play this shit on my Nintendo Switch. So
Yeah.
I was the top 10 ranking in the game actually for a while for like
Oh,
for like the
nice.
first couple of
Nice.
months I was ranked somewhere in the top 10. I think I have a picture of that still somewhere. So yeah, you can see right here that I'm on a mech. This is fun to control. You know, you just walk around and destroy everyone. And then you have this dog up here that shoots people and helps you out as
Is
well.
that your dog or no?
He's my dog, yeah. But then he
Nice.
fucking dies.
Oh,
Yeah. It's very
I
tragic.
like this. A little switch up, right? It's like
Yeah.
so you don't always feel like you're alone in this post-apocalyptic world.
Right. You do get that dude who like helps you out.
In a sense, right? You give you like this, like you're fighting with an organization or a team.
Yeah. Some kind of resistance and shit like that. For sure. You also get these little powers. You see a little robot guy that's flying around me. So he's one of the powers.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Why did I jump out of the fucking robot? I'm a fucking idiot. I shouldn't have done that. I should have used the robot to fight this guy. Yep, that's not good. You die. You lose your power up. There's a different powers you can get.
Like, yeah, an East Side scroller.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
And you lose also whatever weapon you had selected, right? So like my grenade launcher
You're
weapon.
down to the standard assault rifle thing.
Yeah, exactly. You get different power-ups. You get that dude who like shoots. You get three kinds of power-ups. You get the power-up that gives you an attack bonus, the one that gives you a defense bonus, and the one that gives you a speed bonus. And we'll see all of those when they come up later on in the game.
Gotcha.
Also, if you complete the level, if you complete the mission with the
Power
mech,
ups.
not the power ups, but with the mech. Holy shit, he owned me. If you complete the mission with the mech, you get bonus points.
Oh, nice.
So that's why I don't know. I got distracted and I just jumped out, and I'm an idiot. But I would usually try to survive on the mech as long as possible to get the extra
Right.
points for the high score, of course.
Yeah. So what are
Fucking
other ways
hell,
to
man.
increase your high score?
Not dying. You know, like the amount of lives that you have, the amount of lives that you have at the end of a level definitely increases your score as well, and just the amount of time that you take on the mission too. You'll see that it gives you a little counter at the end of the mission. It tells you how much points you get for certain little criteria.
That was the final boss.
Yeah, that's the final boss of the stage. A lot of the bosses are quite large, right? You saw that guy that basically took like half of the screen, and they're animated pretty cool. So you see right here, I don't know what the first counter is, but then the second one is the amount of lives that you have, and then the third one is the amount of time that you take.
Gotcha.
And you would get a mech bonus if you finish the level with the mech. So we're gonna go to mission 2, and I'm gonna just straight out say that I think the first section of mission 2 might be by far the most boring section of the entire game. They do
Gotcha.
they do switch it up in the sense that you're like riding a bike, which is kind of cool, and the music is pretty good too. But this entire section is basically just enemies popping out of the screen, and there's not even like a lot of platforming at all. Right? Like all you have to do is just shoot
Just
at
switch it on and back.
yeah, just switch it, shoot at either side of the screen to kill whatever enemies are coming at you.
Yeah.
And of course, there is a lot of enemy variety, but I feel like it's not very fun to just try to stay in the middle of the screen and shoot at either side of the screen to like just kill enemies. You know what I mean? Like I would have
Right.
appreciated some kind of platforming and shit like that, some kind of other kind of obstacle. It's
Reminds
all
me of,
right,
like-
right? Like it's not.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel like a drag. It's just definitely not as interesting as anything else that the game does.
Gotcha.
Because there's a lot of cool set pieces, and even this stage gets a lot cooler later on. So every stage has 3 sections, if you will, and you'll see them later on. I would usually use my grenade launcher for this boss, but fucking died, so I don't have it. Unlucky.
This reminds me of Mega Man X5.
Oh yeah, I've never played. Shit! I've only played the first Mega Man X, which is actually one of my favorite games ever. I fucking love that shit. I can beat it in one sitting too. We should play that sometime for the show.
X5 is amazing.
What the hell
And
happened?
they have this riding bike sequence. Oh,
Ah, en serio? For real?
Yeah. And I hate it so much because I was so bad.
Shit. Okay, so I get my grenade launcher back, which is really helpful. I love the grenade launcher. I think it might be my favorite
Yeah, I
weapon.
thought you got him.
So yeah, you can see right here, there's not a lot going on except just shooting everything that comes, shooting all the enemies that come on the screen. So this guy.
Oh.
Shit. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm a big sucker for, so I just like retro games in general, right? Like a lot of the games that I play at any point really, it's just a lot of retro games, right? Like I have the Super Nintendo Mini and the Sega Genesis Mini, and I play a lot of those games all the time because I love them. So I'm just naturally a big sucker for pixel art, and of course pixel art and animations and stuff have just gotten a lot better. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
animations used to be a little bit stiffer way back in the actual 16-bit era, and I feel like they can be a lot more detailed now, and I fucking love the pixel art in this game. Like the character that I have right now, his character model is just really sick, I think. Little robot with a mohawk and shit, you know,
Yeah.
just really
In the
cool.
background, I think I love the background too.
With the sun, like the hazy sun and shit, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these side scroller background is like it tells half of the story.
Right.
But sometimes you have like objective at the far.
Yeah,
Right.
you can kind of
It's
see
like-
where you're going, where you're like, heading
Exactly.
towards.
Like your next
yeah,
step,
yeah.
your next.
So you can see right here, we already are doing a lot more platforming, right? And different kinds of enemies as well. So you still have these ninjas. We'd never seen those before.
Oh wow, yeah.
So these are I think this is the first time that they come up. And you can see right here. So I have these. Those were some of the power-ups, right? So this is my defense power-up, and this gives me two more hit points. So it'll take 3 hit points for me to like actually die now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then the blue
Oh,
one
can you
gives me,
switch?
huh?
Can you switch these power ups?
Not the assist bots. You can't. I mean, you can pick one up and switch it out, but you can't have multiple ones at the same time.
Yeah, no, because I see those 4 icons.
So okay, so these are the different. The 4 icons are the different weapons, right? So like this is the standard one, and then this is like the
Got it.
laser one, if you will. This is my grenade launcher, and this is my
Got
super laser
it.
that I've never found like to be very useful at all because you have to like charge it, and I just find it awkward to use. So I just kind of
Yeah.
avoid it. And these are the assist bots that you can switch out, right? So for example, I can grab the A, and this gives me the attack bonus that I was telling you about. This little robot just shoots more bullets.
Got it.
And then there's the defense robot that gives me 2 extra hit points. So I'm just gonna stick with this one.
Gotcha.
So look at the detail in the pixel art, like at the far right, you see like the difference in like the shadows and everything, and I
Yeah.
just think it's really, really fucking cool. And you can see right here that I can just cheese this boss by standing at that corner of the screen while he's doing that attack. But I don't think that's necessarily like poor design. Like a lot of these games way back when also had like bosses that you could just, the idea was to was to like figure out patterns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all about all these side scroller bosses are all about figuring out where not to get hit.
Yeah.
Where to move next to, right? Like
Exactly. So I don't necessarily think it's poor design. It's just for you to figure out where you can stand to like avoid taking damage.
Exactly.
We have the snake assholes coming out of the ceiling.
Oh my god, look at that detail, how the explosion just flew by because
because you're moving. You're right. You're right.
Oh my goodness, that is insane detail. Look at that.
That's really cool. You're right. I forget what I was. Oh, you can also get more. You can get more points by getting literally any power up. Right, that'll just give you extra points as well.
Gotcha. That every pickup adds more score.
Right.
This is insane. The explosion flew by. It's like
it's really sick detail.
The amount of motion.
Look at that
really makes it really dynamic.
Right. This boss that's coming up is very dynamic. He has a lot of like different patterns and different attacks. So I think this is the one that I would mostly look at. Yeah. So let's take a look at it. Right. So first he does this shit, right? He'll stand there and you can just shoot him. He'll shoot that shit. You can avoid just by jumping. You can kill his head, so like his head is gone, so he won't be able to do that anymore. Then he'll do this shit. I could destroy him by shooting him right now. He'd be dead right now. He'll go and then he'll shoot that stupid little ray, which you can just roll. Oh, you can roll. So I'm familiar with Contra and all those. You can't roll in that one. This gives you a little bit of an invincibility frame when you roll. He'll do that. He'll rush to the screen like you can see right there, and then he'll do this shit.
Oh my good.
Yeah. Okay. Now he's back, and now you can just fucking own him.
So there's no like transformation. Does any of boss transform?
I don't think so. Really, I don't remember. Right? I think the first one, because the first one, first it was like the big snake head, and then he turns into like the big robot. That's the same like monster. He just I guess transforms. I don't think any other boss kind of transforms like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that was fun, right? You see how like the rest of the level just gets a lot cooler. The first section is just really fucking. It kind of drags a little bit. I love his little animation, how he like rocks out when you complete the mission. Fucking sick. There's also like a whole fucking like 80s vibe to this game that I love, right? Like I don't know. I feel like I'm playing.
You look at that neon grid thing, right?
Yeah. And like the music too. I don't know if you can hear much of the music, but the music is very like synth poppy sounding, like 80s synth pop. And also, I don't know, like I look at this game and I feel like I'm watching like Terminator 2 type movies. You know what I mean?
Right. It's kind of belongs to that era.
Yeah. And it works. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like they're just. I feel like it's very effective. It doesn't feel cheap. It's actually very like very well thought out. How to like actually
you
get
actually
that.
Die in that quicksand?
Yeah, if you don't jump, you'll get swallowed by it. So here it has this guy. He'll show his hit points right there. He'll uncover those.
Nasty.
And then you just own him by shooting those little red dots, and he'll just fucking die.
You spin to death. Okay, nice.
Goodbye, bitch. You'll see these guys you can just cheese just by shooting at them.
Christ.
They'll like fucking shoot a huge laser.
But
yeah. You can just fucking kill them without. Damn it! Fucking, I should have been able to avoid that.
Oh. Evaporated.
Yeah. What do you think, man? What do you think so far of the game?
Tight.
Yeah, right.
Tight. It's even better when I'm just watching.
Yeah, right.
Not really bad at these. I'll be honest.
We tried playing this when I saw you back in December. That didn't quite go.
Yeah, I got immediately clapped hard. Is there do you know if there's like a sequel in the working?
I haven't heard. I follow the dude.
What's that designer doing these days?
I was gonna say I follow a dude on Instagram, not on Instagram, but on Twitter, and he's often posting stuff of like graphics that he's working on. I'm not sure what these graphics are for, or if he's just like, just like experimenting with different ideas that he might incorporate in a different game, or if he's actually working on a different game. They look very different though. He seems to be working on like 3D type models that look sort of like very PlayStation 1 era. You know what I mean? Like they're definitely 3D, but like
Gotcha.
the textures are all blocky.
A
And
lot
shit
of
like that.
yeah, like you can a lot more raw on in
Yeah.
terms of polygon.
Yeah, right. God damn it. Fucking.
I
okay.
think he's still focusing on like, oh Jesus, he got torn apart. Oh,
Yeah, you get little power ups here.
I feel like he's still like a retro guy,
Yeah,
but at the
For
same
sure.
time, kind of want to try out different things other than side scroller.
right.
He doesn't get categorized, you know.
So you see that counter at the bottom? I love how it looks, and it also has a lot of tension, right? So you have to kill this
Oh my
boss
god, yeah, like
before
the floor.
Yeah, because otherwise you'll
nasty
just hit the
stuff
bottom of the
around it.
elevator and you'll just fucking die.
Gotcha. It's
And
very
this-
it's quite generous though. Give you like a whole minute.
Yeah, I've definitely died to it, like the first couple of times that I played this game, because I was still trying to figure out the boss's pattern and shit.
Yeah.
We have these dogs that the most effective way to kill these dogs, or
Jesus.
whatever you want to call them, is by
This is
melee.
like-
I don't think I talked about the melee. Damn it. But you do have melee,
Some-
right? It works. You just press your shoot button.
Oh,
but like
yeah,
if you're
you swing up,
yeah.
uppercut.
if you're closer to them, then you'll just do the melee attack and they'll like fucking get home.
It's like some Resident Evil stuff.
Yeah. You see now that the stage design is very different, right? Like this shit looks very like organic. You see like veins pumping and shit like that. It seems like we're like on the right, like biological, right? It seems like we're on the inside of some kind of creature. So we have this mech, and this mech already works differently than the previous one. The previous one that we saw, the other one shot. This one has like drills for hands or whatever.
Yeah, he was just one of two drills.
And look at the fucking animation, man. You can see like the other hand, the one that's like further into the background, you can even see it. It's just fucking slick. It just looks really slick.
And a little shadow on it.
Right. That too.
Arm has a little shine.
Yep. And then the background looks a little
shoulder.
darker. Yep. You get overwhelmed by these fucking dogs in this part of the stage. So I won't need that, but I still like to grab it just for the high score.
Right.
And that's the cool
Yeah,
thing. The cool thing about those like assist bots is that you can grab one, but if you don't like it, you can just switch it out because the one that you had before
Exactly.
will just pop out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit! Look at this shit, dog. All right. So that should be able to just keep walking. Oh. All right. I think that's the last one. I got an extra life there. I think there's actually a defense bot that I have now. That's an extra life. And this is the big boss, the big boy coming up. Look at this shit. This is really cool looking boss because it has a lot going on. You'll see that it has a lot going on.
Transition. Oh my god. This
So
is
it
like
has
some-
you see it has
this
the
is straight up
eyeballs.
like alien stuff, dude.
Yeah. So it has the eyeballs that shoot
Jump out,
lasers.
jump out.
You want to kill those first. And then it has those little like worm fuckers that pop out at you and try to own you.
Yeah.
Fucking shit. Alright, so that's gone. So I can jump back into my mech and I own these. If you have a mech, your mech is a little OP for this, so it gets a little boring because it feels like you're just waiting
Yeah,
for,
it's doing
for
that.
the pattern.
It's way too broken.
Yeah. Oh, whatever.
But then again, you have to.
You have to survive
know it.
with it to get here, right? Surviving the dogs with the bot was usually really hard for me when I started playing this game. So that's, I guess that's part of the challenge, right? Making sure that you even make it with the bot all the way to this boss.
Yeah.
This boss that's coming up, you can just absolute cheese with those, and it's not very
Oh.
interesting. All it does is just move around and like jump at you. So I'll just go ahead and kill it. I think the previous boss is a lot more.
that has a little Ghost in Shell vibe.
Oh yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I've never seen the original movie or the newer one with the fucking whatever her name is, the hot actress.
Scarlet.
Scarlet, you're right. But I'm not familiar
So
with it
either-
at all.
Oh, you should check out the original one. But I mean, the Scarlet one is not bad.
It's not bad. Right.
It's not bad at all.
All right. So this is the end of mission 3 out of 6 missions. So do you wanna? Should we transition here into another episode?
Sounds good.
All right. Cool. All right. Cool. So that was mission 3. There's 6 missions total. So I think for now, for this week's episode, we're gonna leave it at that, and we'll come back and finish this game.
Please subscribe and like.